It was as hot as Hades this morning. But little did I know that the underworlded Pluto was hell-bent on extracting revenge for his demotion to the infernal regions. The bright afternoon turned as black as Satan's heart, as the ominous type clouds soon hid the mountaintops. I lit a candle. Above me, light burnt not the clouds away. Below me, the earth yet turned under my feet. Within me, unworded dreams haunted my soul. Around me, hell's master poured blackness on the ground. Satan had broken free from his block of ice where Dante had placed him in the heart of hell, showering the earth with hail and a hell of a storm that had goodness on the run. It was he, the devil, that once said through Milton's pen that it was better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. Now he had upped it to, it's better to reign on earth. So I said to myself, Self, are you still there or have you gone apparent? I was still there in a netherworld, swirling into the abyss of fire and brimstone thrown about by Lucifer, now promoted to the king of darkness. The dark symphony played the notes of doom as ice crystals, big and small, pelted the world around as hailstones that magically stayed frozen on the warm ground, almost an inch deep now. Hell was freezing over, and so now I could walk on water, and did so in the yard, amazing all, wishfully dancing on the grave of Beelzebub. The bolts had flown, missing me, for I was still here. To the north, far beyond the hills and over the border, a rainbow arced towards me, landing at my feet and then colored me and my heart with happiness. Tonight, the big yellow honeymoon rose full, which meant that roses will soon bloom that way too, marking the beginning of summer. Toward the end of a sunny day, a storm came and washed away, and the sunset clouds, being glad, held a party for the returning lad. The sun then peaked and soft shone into the mist of the departing squall. Its light split into particolors lone, separating each from the all. A bouquet of colored rays swirled into sight and promised good weather for the rest of the night. The rainbow lit up the east, as long we attended the feast of both the east and the west, till into darkness we descended blessed. The stars guided the homeward flight by shining their jeweled lights of ruby, emerald, and sapphire in living colors of blazing fire. Yes, ice cubes were falling this afternoon in the mountains of the Hudson River Valley in New York from a hailstorm, followed by such a torrential rain that you couldn't even see through it. I quickly went to buy some grass seed to put on a steep, muddy hill that was eroding, and so used this perfect time to seed it and rake it over, pulling out some large weeds to eat later, myself ever slipping and sliding down the slope, often touching some big rocks that then just easily rolled down the hill. I also fell in the mud once. I was dirty, sweating and dripping and almost done when heavy dusk arrived, the fog settling into the hollows all around, creating a kind of primeval scene. Then the full August moon appeared, and so I was able to finish. I stood and rested a bit. Some ancient frequencies began resonating in me, my brain and mind synchronizing and sympathizing with them. It felt like I was early sapient. Then I took a short walk down the road and jumped into a pond that was clear, cool, and deep. The full moon's reflections on some ripples formed two straight strands, about 6 feet long, of pearls of little moons that seemed to be underneath the surface of the water. If I closed one eye, then there was only one strand. This was life being experienced, a result of what is. The message speaks. The messenger is secondary, unknown even. Live it, love it, be it. The air beneath it couldn't get out of the way of the rock, rising in temperature 10 times more than the sun is hot. Everything and everyone crinkled and crackled in the heat, and 1,000 cubic kilometers of earth blew from beneath. This shock wave, radiating at about the speed of light, would sweep just about everything else out of sight. From further away, one would see a blinding light, and then the unimaginable grandeur of an apocalyptic sight. a rolling wall of silent darkness as black as midnight. It would reach to the heavens, filling the entire field of view, traveling far beyond the speed of sound toward me and you. A bewildering veil of turmoil would fulfill our vision during those few last minutes before we met oblivion. A rose's prime lasts for but an hour of morn. Flowering and free, then fragile and forlorn, the petals float to earth, and they signify that beauty's past, for all that's left is the thorn.